or given you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fort.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Enough of this. Vader, release him.
As you wish.
Until this battle station is fully operational, we are vulnerable. The Rebel Alliance is too well equipped. They're more dangerous than you realize.
Dangerous to your Starfleet, Commander, not to this battle station.
The Rebellion will continue to gain a support in the Imperial Senate.
The Imperial Senate will no longer be of any concern to us. I have just received word that the Emperor has dissolved the Council permanently. The last remnants of the old Republic have been swept away.
General Tag, the guy on the right, does a pacifying behaviour. He rubs his hands on his legs as a way to release stress. A pacifying behaviour, in short, is the way of our mind calming us down. In our primeval cortex, we have what's called the limbic system, which is the part of the brain that controls and regulates emotion. When we're stressed, our limbic system causes us to exhibit visible, non-verbal cues as a way of releasing stress. Tag is clearly stressed by Tarkin's presence and exhibits this behaviour as a way to calm himself down. He's threatened and intimidated by Tarkin. It's interesting, there's an extended version of this scene, and Tag actually criticises Tarkin extensively, which would explain the behaviour even more, as he'd be fearing if Tarkin overheard his criticisms.
It's impossible. How will the Emperor maintain control without the bureaucracy?
The regional governors now have direct control over their territories. Fear will keep the local systems in line. Fear of this battle station.
And what of the Rebellion?
Tag maintains strong eye contact with Tarkin despite showing that he's clearly intimidated by him. This reveals that he's confident in himself as he's able to look past his nervousness and anxiety. We all exhibit pacifying behaviours no matter how tough we are, as it's subconscious. Admiral Motti then does a micro-expression with his mouth. A micro-expression is a body language cue that we exhibit for the shortest of time and reveals our true thoughts and feelings. We try and hide these behaviours as they expose our true intentions, and this scene demonstrates it perfectly. Motti smiles briefly, which shows that he agrees with Tarkin. He believes that the Death Star is the way to stop the rebellion. He smiles because Tarkin also shuts down Targ's argument.
If the rebels have obtained a complete technical readout of this station, it is possible, however unlikely, that they might find a weakness and exploit it.
The plans you refer to will soon be back in our hands.
Any attack made by the rebels against this station would be a useless gesture, no matter what technical data they've obtained. This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
Tarkin then strains his eyebrows when Targ mentions a weakness in the Death Star. This is again another micro-expression and shows that Tarkin doesn't believe that a fault was possible with the Death Star. This suggests arrogance on his part. Admiral Motti then displays open body language with his hands. These behaviours show that the person is confident and doesn't feel threatened, even to the point of arrogance. Notice how he hits the table to exaggerate his points. This is him trying to stress the points and give off confidence. His face also tenses up when he's speaking, and then looks at Tarkin for his approval. He's trying to get Tarkin to back him up, but Tarkin refuses. He does what's called a distancing behaviour. He leans back, showing that he's uncomfortable or unwilling to meet the stressor, which in this case is Motti. Basically, although he agrees with Motti that the Death Star will keep the systems in line, he doesn't want to concede to him, which shows that he actually holds a very dim view of him, perhaps because of his arrogance.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes, or given you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fort.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Vader doesn't react at all to Motti's insults. He doesn't exhibit any non-verbal cues that suggest he's going through emotion. He is totally focused and calm. Tarkin again tenses his eyebrows, and Targ does rapid eye movement and a blocking behaviour. A blocking behaviour is a way for the body to put distance between itself and a stressor, and falls under the distancing behaviour category. He moves his hand in front of his face to shield him from the stressor. It's clear that they are all surprised and shocked by Vader's use of the Force. However, Tarkin shows no fear at all, whereas Targ does. Tarkin knows that he's the dominant one, and his lack of pacifying behaviors and distancing behaviors shows that he is feeling no emotional stress from what's going on. He doesn't feel threatened in the slightest.
Enough of this. Vader, release him.
As you wish.
This bickering is pointless. Now, Lord Vader will provide us with the location of the rebel fortress by the time this station is operational. We will then crush the rebellion with one swift stroke.
Motti then clenches his hands into fists, which is a sign of anger. He feels hatred for Vader and refuses to see him as his superior. Motti is arrogant, and his non-verbal communication shows this. He tried to play up to Tarkin, he got rejected, he then tried to insult Vader, who soon put him in his place. Overall, this scene is awesome, beautifully acted, and Peter Cushing is just the perfect actor for this role. He transforms from being a sweet man on set to being a ruthless, cold leader who can control even Vader. The acting of Targ and Motti is also pretty much perfect, and in just a few minutes we get a big insight into the attitudes and dynamic of the characters. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content, and check out my Patreon if you'd like to support the channel further. Thanks for watching.